turbulence as soon as you take off. Like the plane is shaking on the runway. You feel like it sounds like something. Did something fall off the plane? Did you guys hear that? And all of a sudden you're in the air 10 feet and it's like massive turbulence. But nonetheless, the pilot, Clem de la Clem, has got it under control. We are back, and I shouldn't even say me. Bundy to the rescue. Dave once again saved the day. Something needed to be updated. See, that's the problem with technology. When it's too technological, it can, it could be a problem unless you're technological savvy. I mean, I don't know anybody. I've met a lot of people in my life that's as on the computer like Dave. I mean, it's crazy what he does. But and he solves. Oh, you know what? I need to find what's that thing called? I'll do that at break. I'll clean it up at break. But anyway, we are back here. Nonetheless, we're back. It's Monday. We're feeling great. We got a great show planned. Oliver's coming up at 4:20 with updates with Oliver. Give us the football recap. Yankees on their deathbed. Mets already out of it. And that'll be the 4:20. We do have a lot to talk about. A beautiful weekend. We'll give the weekend update. It is Monday. We got a beautiful week ahead of us. Going to have some fun. Matt checking in from St. Louis. His wife told him, go downstairs and be quiet. All right, that's it. Be quiet. I know Clem's on 3 to 5. Tell her to go to the gym, Matt. Tell her to go to the gym. Yeah, you know what, Kev? I'm kissing the microphone today. Yeah, why don't you just tell her to get day 374 in while you listen to the show? Matt's lovely wife. Go into the gym and inspiration. I think she's on day 275 in a row working out. Good stuff. So it is Monday, and like I said, I am feeling good, pumped up. Got a long week ahead. The week is just a blur. It's like one thing after another during the day. You got work, you got radio, you got soccer, you got this, you got that. It's a blur. That's why the weekends are so great, and I had a great weekend. Kevin, how are you feeling on this Monday, and how was your weekend?
I got as much rest as I could this weekend, and my teams aren't doing well, so that's one thing. But life is good, and I'm just glad to be living it.
Yeah, I mean, sports is supposed to be, like it's an escape. I mean, it stinks when your football team is basically almost out of it, and it's not even a third week of the season. But by the third week, we should know that the Giants are pretty much out of it. But nonetheless, I mean, Yankees, they still do have a chance mathematically.
Mathematically, yeah. It doesn't look good, though. We'll see what happens for the final few games. But, not looking too good right now.
No, we'll talk to Oliver a little bit more about the Yankees. Cole's total blunder, getting paid the big bucks, big performance. He obviously is not what's his name? What was his name? Tanaka? Matsui Tanaka? What was his name? That guy always stepped up in the big game.
Tanaka.
Yeah, right. What was his first name? Toro?
Masahiro.
Oh, that's what it was. Masahiro. I knew it was something like that. Masahiro Tanaka. He always stepped up in the big game. Cole, if you're a Yankee fan, obviously he let you down. But more of that at the 4:20. We'll reserve the sports talk for our man Oliver, who brings it so well. I actually went to Oliver's house yesterday. First time I got to go over to his house, chilled out, watched the Cowboy game. A lot of fun. I couldn't stay for the whole thing because the wife was making lasagna, family dinner, lots of fun. But nonetheless, I got to go over there and chill out, and it was just a real good time, really, really good time. All right, we'll take a break. Don't worry. When we take a break, I will be back. No problems whatsoever. This is Clem. Take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Are you or someone in your family suffering from lingering symptoms of COVID-19? Then you do not want to miss the next episode of Good Samaritan Hospital's House Calls on Thursday, October 14th at 5 p.m. Good Samaritan Hospital has launched a COVID-19 recovery program to offer comprehensive care from diagnosis to treatment. Our guest will be nurse practitioner Michelle Muldoon, Senior Vice President, Population Health and Value-Based Care, along with a physician colleague. That's October 14th at 5 p.m. here on WRCR. Sponsored by Good Samaritan Hospital. Advancing care here.
This is Clarkstown Supervisor George Homan. Join me for my new show, Hometown Happenings, which will air right here live on WRCR the first Thursday of each month from 9:30 to 10 a.m. We will have special guests, discuss important issues and topics, as well as update you on what's going on in town and around the county. So join me, Supervisor George Homan, the first Thursday of each month for Hometown Happenings. You will be happy that you did.
Hi, I'm Roxanne Watson, inviting you to join us every Wednesday morning at 9:15 a.m. for Michael's Gifts, a weekly program that focuses on organ donation and patient advocacy. I will be taking your calls and share real-life stories. This show is dedicated in honor of my donor, Michael Boville, United States Coast Guard, and his amazing family. That's Michael's Gifts, every Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. Michael's Gifts is sponsored by Live On New York.
Hello, Roxanne Watson is on a mission to have more people sign up as organ, eye, and tissue donors.
Are you an organ donor?
What drives her? Roxanne received a heart transplant made possible by an organ donor.
I decided that day to devote myself to signing up the most people in the United States.
Now she's a powerful force for good.
That's my goal.
What could you make possible as an organ, eye, and tissue donor? Leave behind the gift of life. Go to organdonor.gov. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Health Resources and Services Administration.
Now let's take a look at the roads with Hudson Valley traffic.
On this Monday afternoon, traffic is slow here on the northbound side of the Hutch from the New England Thruway in the Bronx right up to the Cross County. Westbound Cross County delays from the Hutch over toward the Bronx River Parkway, and then again from the New York State Thruway in Yonkers over onto the northbound side of the Sawmill River Parkway. There's a disabled truck on the New England Thruway southbound right at the split for 287. Also in Mamaroneck, Old White Plains Road closed down in both directions for construction work. Earlier, the Tappan Zee Bridge was a mess, but it looks really good now. No delays to speak of on the tap. Traffic sponsored by Macy's. Shop fresh fall trends at Macy's Backstage, like leather jackets, leopard print tops, distressed jeans, boots, and more for a complete head-to-toe look. Get low prices every day on fab finds at Macy's Backstage, off-price, on-trend, arriving daily. And from the Hudson Valley Traffic Center, I'm Chris Majette.
Weather. It's a continuation of the weekend spectacular. Blue skies and nothing but sunshine and low humidity for today across the lower Hudson Valley. And highs between 70 and 75. And tonight, mostly clear skies and lows are cool, 50 to 55, 40s north and west. And another beautiful day on Tuesday, partly sunny skies and highs between 70 and 75 degrees. On Wednesday, increasing clouding has the chance of a shower late in the afternoon and highs between 65 and 70, so cool on Wednesday. Thursday, occasional rain likely, especially in the morning. Highs only in the mid to upper 60s, so it'll feel like fall. And Friday, showers end early, followed by clearing, becoming partly sunny, and highs near 70 for AM 1700 WRCR. This is meteorologist Mark Hannock.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 75.
I am the CLEM. 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 Yes, I'm the CLEM. I am the CLEM. I am the CLEM. Anonymously checking in, giving his feelings of the Clementi van. I am the CLEM, I am the CLEM, I am the CLEM, I am the CLEM, I am the CLEM. Let me talk about that Clementi van for a second. Never could I have imagined the feedback I would get. Now, I knew it would be getting attention. I knew it. I just knew it. How could it not? How could something pink on four wheels not get attention, right? But I'm telling you, from a guy that gets a lot of attention in a yellow convertible Corvette, I need attention. We know that. We've established that. My therapist, that's what I pay him for. I need attention. My wife gives it to me, but I need more. I need attention all the time. My parents gave it to me growing up, but I need attention. So the yellow Corvette, believe me, people pay attention to it. The red El Camino, believe me when I tell you, more people pay attention to that thing than the yellow Corvette. But a lot of people pay attention to the yellow Corvette. They look, they talk, they thumbs up. But the El Camino, I mean, it's like much more. When I'm telling you, the pink minivan gets more attention than both combined. You don't understand. I'm probably going to get sued for broken necks. People's necks are snapping left and right when I pass. Check this out. My daughter, who was making fun, who wouldn't talk to me because she knew we were getting it painted pink. One of her teammates in volleyball actually saw my minivan, the CLEM mobile, at the soccer field. Took a picture of it, not knowing it was her friend's father's CLEM mobile. She posted it on Instagram. Like she found the Holy Grail. Like she made it to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro. That she was posting on Instagram. Like, look what I found. I'm telling you, I couldn't have and it's not even lettered yet. It's not even done up. That's the thing. Like, listen, you know what they say? Bad publicity is better than no publicity. Not that this is bad publicity, but I have people like looking at me like, my mom even. I took her for a ride and she's like, all of a sudden she gets all flamboyant. Ooh, you're gay, ooh. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then like I heard this one guy tell, he was with his family. They're walking through the park. A whole bunch of people leaving soccer. I'm driving out. He goes, he must be gay. And I looked at him in the rearview mirror and I said, I wonder how many times him and his wife have had, relations over the last year. Because if I was married to someone that looked like that, I'm telling you, there would be no relations. And I know me and my wife, like rabbits, call me. It's all right. But I deflect everything. I just drive in my CLEM minivan like it's nobody's business, minding my own, waiting for it to get lettered, and just spread the word of Clemianism. All right, let's get back to the show. So the weekend was beautiful. Soccer, once again, the travel team. I'm not a coach, I'm just a spectator, and I don't like what I'm seeing, but hey, he says, have faith. I have faith, but I just don't know. Sometimes, when it comes to God, I have faith. When it comes to a soccer coach whose teams are getting blown out and there's nothing going on in practice, I got to question it. I got to ponder. But that was travel. My girls' team, I got to tell you, I have so much respect for them. We were one person short, so we had no subs. Going against another team that has played together for 3 years. I'm not making excuses. I'm just giving I'm just laying it down. So, we lost 4-0. But the girls played great. 3 20-minute quarters. No breaks. No subs. And we had opportunities to score. And a couple of goals we gave up were cheesy goals. Stevie Wonder could have saved them. But what happens? It just happened. It went through their legs. Whatever, it is what it is. No big deal. But I was so proud of my girls. We lost, but a valiant effort. They put it all out there. Really, I can't wait to practice tonight to applaud them and their efforts. My boys, we played a bunch of kids that were not. I could see in the beginning. I hate when this happens. When you see a team, I never underestimate what I see, but I see what I see. And I saw a team that just wasn't ready for us. Our team is good. We were missing 3 of our good players, too. 2 of our very good players and 1 good guy in defense. And they were there, final score was 5-2. I pull the plug, 4-0. Whenever it's like 3 or 4-0, I start to pull it back a little bit. I don't want to make it like 10-0, like everybody scores 5 times. No, I'm not into that. Like, I want my team to play good soccer. They need to get better because we play a good team. They're gonna see our weaknesses, but we still had a great weekend. It was excellent. What I love about the weekend is the week is a blur. It's one thing after another. I see my kids in passing. I see my wife, but it's not. The weekend is more family time. It's slowed down a little bit. It's busy with sports. It is, no doubt about it. But it's still the weekend. It's family time. It's beautiful. I love it. I love the weekend. I love the fall weekends. The fall weekends are the best weekends. I really look forward to this next stretch of, October, November, early December, before the snow gets here. The Davies apple fields, my backyard. It's the time of the year where they have pick your own, hay rides, apple cider. I've gotten 3 jugs of apple cider already. I love that stuff. I drink it like it's beer. Talk about beer. Today I went to a customer's house. He had a tap in his kitchen. Beautiful setup. 2 beer tap. One of them was Pumpkin. Like, like Radio King, me, Pumpkin. Not Pumpkin, Pumpkin. And I love that beer. I go to Growler and Gill. They put the sugar, like they put that special sugar on the rim. Not just regular sugar. It's like a cinnamon sugar. And the pumpkin, oh, it's awesome. I said, hey, that's one of my favorite beers. He said, have yourself a pour. I said, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I mean, it's only 10:30. We're cleaning chimneys, but I filled half a mug. I could have been greedy. I could have poured to the top. He went upstairs. I could have poured another one, but I didn't. I had respect. I just wanted a little taste. And I thought of putting a mini keg in my home, but the guy talked me out of it. A guy who sells that stuff, he said, listen, unless you're going to pay somebody to do it, and if you don't drink the beer a lot, someone's going to come a lot, you got to change the lines, clean the lines. That's not my thing. I don't find joy in that. I find joy in getting up at 2 o'clock and doing other stuff, but not cleaning beer lines. That's just not my thing. And I want to give a big shout out to Rockland Assembly. John stepped up, got the TV. CLEM Studio 69 now has a 4th screen. I'm going to use it as a 4th screen. Once Dave gets here, he's going to move this thing over there because I don't really need this on my screen here. He's going to move it over there. But when I'm in my studio doing stuff, clips, whatever I'm doing, sound bites, making cuts to put on Facebook, now I got my TV in here so I can watch Forensic Files without scaring my kids. They get petrified because, the Forensic Files shows, they all have their synonymous music. And once they hear it, they know I'm watching a show with killing and death and all that. They want nothing to do with it. Yes, caller. Someone there? Am I hearing things? Like, why am I hearing something?
Hey, yes, I just want... Hey, can you hear me?
I can, Barb, yes.
I just want to tell you, this is why I love you, because I love that beer.
Isn't it great
I love
beer?
Even without the sugar. I love pumpkin beer. It's a
Oh,
great
pumpkin beer.
Tabernacle Lake makes it, right?
Yeah,
So,
I don't know. I don't even know who makes it exactly, but that I love all pumpkin style beers, but that is my favorite of all the pumpkin beers.
Me too. It's crazy.
So check this
I'm so
out.
glad I have someone out there that likes them too.
I got to tell you, you'll enjoy this. Growler and Gill, I'm going to get the exact date when I go there. I think it's October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. They have, I think it's something like to 14 to 18 different kind of pumpkin beers on tap and samplings and pumpkin bread and this and that, whatever, like all pumpkin type of stuff. So I'll be talking more about it. So since you're such a fan of pumpkin, I figured I'd throw that out to you, but I'll get the specifics.
Oh, you know what? I forgot about that because I used to go to Growler and Gill every week. So much so that when I told my kids to go visit G&G and I met Grandpa and Grandma, they thought I meant Growler and Gill. Was that you at the bar? I'm like, no, I love that place.
I had to throw a laugh. It was a little late, but nonetheless, that was funny. The G&G, I love that place.
It is true. It's true.
That's
It is great.
No doubt. All right, Barbara Penguin Plunge checking in. Thank you. And Pumpkin is definitely a great beer.
See you there.
All right.
It is.
All right.
Take care.
You got it, Barb. I agree. You don't have to twist my arm. I mean, there's no doubt about that. My favorite of all. I love pumpkin beer. This time of the year. Wow, I'm getting fat again, honestly. Like, it's sad. Look at me. Look at this. It's a mess. If you're on YouTube, enjoy this site. I was posting beautiful pictures not less than 6 weeks ago. But you know what happened? I got this thing going on with my neck. So that they're like, listen, just take it easy, chill out, let it rest. Because, a lot of the movement comes from the upper shoulders and neck. So I'm like, you also you stop and you get lazy. I got to get unlazy again. I got to live with the pain, whatever. Is what it is. Is what it is. Anybody got a pumpkin they could bring me? I love that beer, honestly. It's so, I know you said with or without the sugar, but I myself, it's like I went to Sangria's last night to do some work. Believe it or not, I did some work. And I was there, and I had told the gentleman, I said, can I have a frozen strawberry margarita with sugar? And I was down, my head was in the thing, I'm doing my work, and I looked up to take a drink, and I went to drink it, because I like to put the salt, not the sugar, the salt, and the drink together, you know? And there was no salt there. And I said to the other guy, I said, yo, where's the salt? That would be a great commercial. Where's the salt? How did I even get onto this margarita salt drink? I don't know. What happened to me? I just drifted off about some margarita salt. I was there last night drinking a pumpkin beer somewhere else. How did I get to strawberry margarita? God help me. I don't know. But Barbara called in agreeing with the fact that pumpkin beer is a delicious, so good, so good. And like I told you, Christmas ales I love, but pumpkin beers are my favorite. I love dark chocolate beers. Top of the food chain, no doubt about it. But if I was shipwrecked on an island, and before the boat went down, I could only grab a few cases, a pallet of beer, and somehow get it to land. There's pallet of chocolate beer. There's a pallet of Christmas ale. There's a pallet of Oktoberfest pumpkin type of beers. I'm taking that with me. The other ones I'm going to try. I'm going to try to drag it with my feet. I'm going to put the, one between my teeth and try to pull it inward. But two hands will definitely be on the pumpkin style beers. There's just something about them this time of the year. It's a beautiful time of the year. I don't know if you've been following this story. Really sad. My weekend was great, but I was kind of dwelling on two things. Two things were really eating at me. Really, were like inside of me that my head couldn't get off of. First was that customer I had last week, which I told you about. I actually drove by her house again. She was 49, right before COVID, got a stroke. Now she's living in the room. Oh God, this could happen to any of us. And I was dwelling on that. Dwelling on her. And then another story that really got me was this Brian Laundrie. He returned from his vacation with his girlfriend, Gabby Petito. But he returned without her. He pulls up in her white van that they cruised across to the U.S., the West Coast over there, different parks, leaving in July. And, she's like an Instagram type of person, puts it up on Instagram, this is what we're doing. And like any other couple, they had highs and lows. Police actually were called in at one incident on August 12th about a gentleman slapping a girl. So a strange whole thing. He comes home without her, pulls up to his house, doesn't talk to police, hires a lawyer who says he will not be talking to anybody because anything he says can be used against him. Then all of a sudden, he's missing. The family goes, not only is Gabby missing, but Brian's missing also. I think there's a difference, and anybody with half a brain and half like Kuth, would even say how could you even say that in the same sentence? She's missing. The family put out a statement, his family, that we hope she's found. She's part of our family. We love her, blah, blah, blah. We want her back. But not only is Gabby missing, but now Brian is missing. No, Brian came home. First of all, he drove in her truck, her van, after what I think is basically killing her. Drove with that conscience, no conscience, a killer's conscience, the conscience of guilt, home to either confess to his parents that he's going on the run, he's going in hiding. If you were a parent, could you do that? Could you put your kids in hiding? Could you help them knowing that he was probably part of her demise, death, something. We're going to take a break. I'm going to come back and talk more about this because this story really got me. I was 3 girls. I was thinking about it all weekend long, even on the soccer field. We were playing soccer. I'm running up and down the field yelling, "Left side! Your left side! What are you doing on the right side?" And in the back of my head, like, as I'm yelling, playing soccer, I'm thinking of this girl. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back here, Clem in the PM. Yes.
Welcome to WRCR 1700 on your AM dial. I am Sonia Burgos-Cranage, an attorney with the law firm of Sickle and Hicks, located in Suffern, New York. I will be your host on the 3rd Thursday of the month at 9:30 in the morning, and it will be Senior Moments with Sonia. Yes, the 3rd Thursday, Senior Moments with Sonia. Our firm is reaching out to the senior community in Rockland County because many of the senior groups cannot interact in person with speakers. Protect yourself and protect your assets through legal documents. And I hope you join us on the 3rd Thursday of Senior Moments with Sonia.
One of the most renowned chef-owner restaurateurs in the entire New York metropolitan area is right here in Rockland. Of course, most of you know. It's Marcello Rusodevito of Marcello's Ristorante, offering fine quality dining for over 30 years at the same location, 21 Lafayette Avenue in Suffern. And now Marcello is the exclusive importer of fine quality gourmet products direct from Italy. Find out more about the amazing world of Marcello every Monday morning at 8:45 on the morning show on WRCR. And he welcomes your phone calls, too, to talk about recipes, the fine dining experience, and his exquisite line of gourmet imports. That's Marcello live Monday mornings at 8:45 on WRCR.
Be sure to listen for Who Wants to Be a Volunteer, a program dedicated to the recruitment and retention of volunteer firefighters and EMS personnel here in Rockland. Every Friday morning following the 9 o'clock news and weather on WRCR. The show is co-hosted by Director of Emergency Services Chris Keir. Gordon Wren, now retired from that position, but still a staunch activist for the safety and security of our volunteer firefighters. And Justin Schwartz, another outspoken advocate for our volunteers. That's Friday morning following the 9 o'clock news for Who Wants to Be a Volunteer. Sponsored by Spring Valley Hook and Ladder Company, number 1. Bring out the fire in you.
Hi, I'm Kevin Thomas, and I invite you to join me Saturdays at noon for The Good with Kevin Thomas. We'll have positive and inspiring stories, music, interviews, and so much more. Give your weekend a boost and listen to The Good with Kevin Thomas, Saturdays at noon on WRCR AM 1700.
Now let's take a look at the roads with Hudson Valley traffic.
Good afternoon. If you have a stalled vehicle on 95 southbound side, you've got the jam up to the area just before 287. Right lane is closed with this stalled truck. You're backed up to exit 3 in Greenwich, Connecticut. 9W southbound by Leslie Road, that's in Newburgh. An accident, one lane is closed. There's a 3-minute backup through that area. This report is sponsored by Macy's. Shop fresh fall trends at Macy's Backstage, like leather jackets, leopard print tops, distressed jeans, boots, and more. For a complete head-to-toe look, get low prices every day on fab finds at Macy's Backstage. Off price on trend arriving daily. From the Hudson Valley Traffic Center, I'm John Grameyer.
Weather. It's a continuation of the weekend spectacular. Blue skies and nothing but sunshine and low humidity for today across the lower Hudson Valley. And highs between 70 and 75. And tonight, mostly clear skies and lows are cool, 50 to 55, 40s north and west. And another beautiful day on Tuesday, partly sunny skies and highs between 70 and 75 degrees. Wednesday, increasing clouding has the chance of a shower late in the afternoon and highs between 65 and 70, so cool on Wednesday. Thursday, occasional rain likely, especially in the morning, Highs only in the mid to upper 60s, so it'll feel like fall. And Friday, showers end early, followed by clearing, becoming partly sunny, and highs near 70 for AM 1700 WRCR. This is meteorologist Mark Hannick.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 75.
Alrighty, we are back here on the CLEM and the PM, WRCR AM 1700, your hometown radio station. Like I said, about another week to two, we're going to be laying out that guerrilla marketing for advertising, and I really, truly believe we'll have some decent success. Simple Man. Love Leonard Skinner. Play some Skinner, dude. If you don't watch Beavis and Butthead, then you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. All right, so yes, Be a Simple Man. We are back here in the studio, and like I said, I was having a great weekend, but in the back of my mind, two things were disturbing me. One was the customer that I ran into last week, and just that story just still it's going to stick with me for a long time. Always be thinking about that. That's why life is so fragile. You never know. And then this story about Gabby Petito, and if you hadn't heard that story, I don't know, what hole you have your head in, but you should probably get it out a little bit to get some breath of fresh air and a little bit of news, real news. This isn't the fake stuff that goes around. This is a sad story that had a sad ending. In Wyoming, a body believed to be Gabby Petito's was found Sunday, and authorities made it clear that the full forensic have not been completed, and they are not certain 100% that this body belongs to Gabby Petito, but all indications appear that it does. Her and her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, in July, jumped in her converted van, take a trip across the United States, which I want to do with my wife. Well, actually, with or without my wife. I mean, if she wants to come, great. If not, I'm going. Anyone wants to take her spot, as long as you know how to do laundry, cook some eggs on a special type of oven, and of course unload the duty bucket in the RV, you're more than welcome to take her spot. But I'm assuming she's going to come cross country. That's what we wanted to do. And that's what this couple did. Before they settled down, got married, had kids, they said, let's go cross country, been together for a while. And along that journey, it was documented that there was some spats, some times where they were showing like a really couple in love. Oh my God. There's a stink bug right now walking across my screen. I don't know, should I, if I burn it, will it blow up, turn into, stink dust? I mean, I know that's cruel. I know you hear me. You stopped. I'm going to let you live. Just get out of here now. Leave now, and I won't harm you. Things crawling on his screen like it's nobody's business. So Gabby Petito did not return home when her boyfriend, Brian, came pulling the van back to his parents' house. Her parents filed a police report that she was missing, and the lawyer for Brian and his family said that Brian's not going to be talking because he doesn't want to he doesn't want to say something that could be used against him. I mean, this is horrible. And then the family, his family, giving that statement. That, we want her returned safely. If you would hang your son upside down and beat him with a bat until he told the truth. That's what I would do. I would put my son in a chokehold until he told. Listen, I don't know what I would do. Honestly, I'm not in that situation, nor would I. I don't pray this on anybody. One family losing a daughter, the other family losing a son to either jail, death penalty, or maybe suicide, or he's going to be on the run. But his life, as he known it before, will never be the same. And rightfully so. I'm just throwing that in there. I wish he would just come out and tell her parents what happened, give them complete closure. They're not going to get over the loss of their daughter. But I believe, not that it will make it easier, but it'll make it easier because dealing with the unknown. Where is she? What happened? You know, did he, you know, just everything. And just tell them what happened and move on. Go to jail, serve your time, get raped in jail, get killed, and everything will be good. That's called karma. I feel really bad, obviously, as you should and everybody else, for her family. Lost a daughter to a brutal, I mean, I don't know how she, if this is even her, how if this is her or not, but it seems like they lost a daughter to just like a heinous crime, like a situation that we may never know. There's no comment with the situation unfolding. They're going to the parents' house. They're taking out the FBI, the police, the local police. They got a forensic pathologist coming in. And, we'll see what happens. But very sad. I mean, just so many of these stories happen that are never heard of. This one just happened to catch national headlines attention. Get the attention of national, headlines. And I was following it. Yeah, that's great. Dave in the background. Matt caught that. It takes a fan like Matt on the YouTube, not only chatting, but realizing in the studio what's going on. Bandito in the back. He's behind the glass screen. Absolutely. Like the Facebook page. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. No doubt about it. Don't forget 420 updates with Oliver. So what will the outcome of this story be? I don't know. I mean, first we want confirmation. Is this Gabby Petito's body? Is it somebody else? If so, that's crazy because in the same area, someone in the same area, two ladies who just got married, an older and a younger, were found dead after they had told someone in the park, if we end up dead, you got to go look for this guy. There's a creepy guy walking around, looking, whatever. Was that Brian? Was that Brian Laundrie, Gabby Petito's boyfriend? I don't know. It's just heart-wrenching for what parents have to go through sometimes. I mean, you just hope that your child gets through life unharmed, scathed. You can't say unscathed because life is about getting boo-boos, getting knocked down, shaking them off, getting up when you fall down, all that good stuff. But something like this, I mean, it rocks you to your core. And it really, like I said, I just couldn't get it out of my mind, no matter what. Even when I was watching football, you think you're watching football, you're unwinding, it's Sunday, you're having a drink. And in my mind, I'm thinking, like, where is this guy? Where is she? The stepfather flew out. The mother just couldn't deal with it. Stepfather flew out there in Wyoming. They found a body, the police, this whole search team. Now we wait. Is it her? If it is, then what? Where do we go? I mean, it's just tragedy. Complete tragedy that nobody should have to go through in this life. I don't understand these things, but it's not for us to understand. Maybe Pastor Rich one day will go a little bit deeper into these things. Like, why do these things happen? Why does somebody nobody deserves to be killed in such a torturous, brutal way? Not that happened to her, but I'm just saying, why do things like that happen? Why do accidents take the lives of innocent people, of little kids? I mean, there must be a reason, or maybe there's no reason. Maybe it's just part of life. I don't know. But our condolences do go out if, in fact, it is her. And even if not, what her parents must be going through. The torture, what it's like to, I can only imagine. Just your kid is nowhere to be found, no communication. That's just how that's just how it ends. 20-something, 30-something years of raising a kid, and then that's it. You just never hear from them again. Just snuffed out. Sad, sad, sad world. All right, first hour coming to an end. We'll have happy birthdays when we get back. What national day it is. 420 updates with Oliver, and then we'll take it to the finish line. Is Patty Finn on tonight, Kev? The good health lawyer? I guess I don't know. Maybe not. Possibly so, maybe so, I don't know. I know Dave is going over. She wants a studio. She's getting a studio. I mean, you know, she's got her mind on certain things. I think she even wants a green room. You know, so she could put like vaccine charts behind her and show sick people after they take vaccines or whatever. I don't know what she's going to do with that green room. But Patty, Finn, and the Good Health Lawyer, she's expanding her horizons and getting her own studio all up to snuff. And like I said, I'm not sure if it's on tonight. It's definitely a show that you don't want to miss, whether you're a fan of vaccines or not, because I don't want to say it gets heated, but there are times when it can definitely get heated, and it's, how shall I say it, full of entertaining guests whose opinions are just that, and sometimes opinions become facts. So it's a great show. I'm telling you, it's a really great show. You got to tune in. The Good Health Lawyer. I'm not sure if it's immediately following us today or one of these days coming up, but we'll most certainly let you know before the show is over here. Don't forget also, the CLEM Mobile will be lettered. Now, when it's lettered, we're going to be doing this. We're going to have a monthly drawing of the CLEM Mobile. That's it, the CLEM Mobile monthly drawing. When you see it, you can get unlimited entries, but you can't tag the same spot. You see it, you tag it on Facebook, on Instagram, you post it where you're at, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chipotle, Palisades Mall, New Jersey Shore, wherever you are. You post it, you tag it, it pops up. We get that notification. We enter you into the bucket of love. Once a month, we're giving away a good prize, the CLEM Mobile giveaway. And like I said, all you got to do is tag it on Facebook or Instagram. We'll get to that more. Once the truck is all lettered up and done, we'll get to with what we're doing with that. Besides it being a branding machine, it'll also be making deliveries to homeless, food shelters, pantries, people who are food, what's that word? You know, they're not, you don't want to say they're like, there's a certain word for it, food. I just heard Harry Chapin, Tom Chapin, which one died, Tom or Harry? His brother, whatever one died, his brother was talking about him, and he said a food dependent, food something. But the CLEM Mobile will be out doing good deeds in the community. You'll see it all over. It's getting attention like you wouldn't believe, and it's not even lettered up. When people see it and then they see the lettering, I'm not going to overdo it. It's just CLEM in the PM, a man with mental illness and a microphone, the head, this. Like, follow, subscribe, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, get Clemogenized, back window, advertise. And then boom, boom, don't worry. It's simple reading, going to catch the eye and hopefully draw people to either the radio, to the internet, to the smart speaker, to the YouTube, to the Facebook, to the Twitch, CLEM Unplugged after hours. So it's all part of a plan, and part of that plan is monetizing it, not just for the station, but for us. Any money made from me will go to the team, the development team, because we're going to be adding people to the team. Certain things need to be done. And anything reinvesting into the show. I don't need to, this isn't for money. This is for therapy, for me and for the thousands that listen, and the thousands more that will be. So make sure you do everything you can to help us grow this show and expand the community. Clemville, we can purchase acreage in eminent domain. Actually, it's Cleminent domain, I believe. Yes, we'll use Cleminent domain, and we'll just keep taking over and expand the community and let more people into Clemville. But it's up to you to help us be able to help us do that, all right? 4 o'clock, we'll take a quick break here on the CLEM in the PM. Be right back.
AM 1700 WRCR, Ramapo.
You remember the days when you could turn on your radio and hear songs like this? Well, they're back. Hi, everybody. This is Brian David Bob Trevero, and I'll be hosting the Doo-Wop Dream Machine Show this Friday and every Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m. right here on WRCR 1700 AM and streaming live on WRCR.com. I'll play songs like this that you know and love and introduce you to songs you've never heard. But once you do, you'll get to know and love them as well. I'll take your telephone calls, dedications, and song requests. You say it, and I'll play it. I'll be brought to you by Rick's Club American in Congers, New York. So join me this Friday and every Friday night from 6 to 8 p.m. for the Doo-Wop Dream Machine Show right here on WRCR.
Did you know that the Historical Society of Rockland County has a history show right here on WRCR? Hi, I'm Claire Sheridan from the Historical Society of Rockland County. Join me every third Monday right after the Steve and Jeff Morning Show when we'll explore and learn about the rich history of Rockland County with different topics and guest speakers every month. I hope you'll tune in. That's the third Monday of every month at 9:30 a.m. Sponsored by the Historical Society of Rockland County. Visit our website at rocklandhistory.org to learn more about our events and programs. That's rocklandhistory.org, or call us at 845-634-9629.
Hello, Hudson Valley. It's Monday, September 20th, 2021. I'm Jeff Lewis with your WRCR News. A Texas man was arrested by Clarkstown police Saturday after multiple reports of multiple gunshots near Convent Road in Nanuet. Police say 34-year-old Lawrence Moretti was caught near St. Agatha Convent Park with 2 illegal handguns in his car. Police say Moretti had fired his guns into a wooded area with no intended target. He was charged, nevertheless, with 2 counts of criminal possession of a weapon and reckless endangerment. He was arraigned in the town of Clarkstown Justice Court and sent to the Rockland County Jail on $25,000 bail. The Haverstraw-Ossining Ferry service is back up and running after being shut down during the pandemic. Rockland County Executive Ed Day says the service will be discounted as the MTA recognizes people who work in the city now have different work schedules.
They're continuing to adapt to the situation where we have people now going into the city for 2-3 days a week possibly. They're applying the discounted fares to these tickets, so they're trying to get people back on the train. And they recognize that the dynamics of the private sector right now is making that very difficult, but they're trying to make it as easy as possible.
Before the pandemic, there were more than 500 daily riders on the ferry. The Cornell Cooperative Extension of Rockland County is hosting a special free event that'll teach you about water conservation and integrated pest management. Mike Wilson is the Extension's horticulture lab technician and hosts the Stormwater Consortium show here on WRCR. Wilson says this latest event in the Sustainable Landscapes series will show you how to properly landscape your property as the climate continues to change.
1/4 of the continental United States is experiencing extreme or extraordinary drought. Right? We're not feeling the drought here in the Northeast. We're getting the other side. We're getting the severe thunderstorms.
The program, called Sustainable Landscapes, Water Conservation, and Sustainable Pest Management in Your Backyard, is being held this Thursday via Zoom from 7 to 8 p.m. It's hosted by Senior Extension Associate Brian Eschenauer, an expert in integrated pest management, plant diagnostics, and plant pathology. For more information and to register, visit rocklandcce.org or just find this news article on our website and click on the link. New York's Department of Environmental Conservation is tracking suspected cases of epizootic hemorrhagic disease. It's also known as EHD. That happens in deer, and they're checking this out in Rockland County and other Hudson Valley counties for different cases. Now, the EHD virus is typically a fatal disease for deer that is transmitted when they get bit by midges. Those are small insects that are also known as no-see-ums or punkies. The disease is not spread from deer to deer, and humans cannot be infected by deer or bites from midges. There have already been confirmed cases on Long Island and upstate in Columbia, Dutchess, Greene, and Ulster counties. Last year at this time, a large EHD outbreak centered in Putnam and Orange counties killed around 1,500 deer. Several New York agencies are working to address the school bus driver shortage with several short and long-term fixes. They're looking to make it easier to get traditional and non-traditional commercial driver's licenses and expand CDL testing opportunities. State also wants more drivers, so they're reaching out to over 500,000 current CDL license holders to lure them back into the workforce. Syracuse University's 2020 graduates finally got their graduation ceremony this past weekend. The commencement address was given by 1980 Syracuse grad Governor Kathy Hochul. Governor Hochul told the graduates she needs their help in spreading truth instead of lies.
What I'm talking about is the insidious campaigns of disinformation that pervade the social media world, and it literally has cost people lives. I'm talking about lies about vaccinations. I'm talking about lies about masks. I'm talking about lies about the climate change. I'm talking about lies about abortion. And I'm talking about lies about elections that lead people to do crazy things in this country.
Hochul got a bachelor's degree in political science from Syracuse in 1980 and got her Juris Doctor degree from Catholic University in Washington, D.C. I'm Jeff Lewis with your WRCR News. The weather is up next, and Clem in the PM runs weekday afternoons at 3, and then at 5 o'clock tonight, it's Patricia Finn, the Good Health Lawyer. For more news and breaking stories, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and visit our website, WRCR.com.
Now let's take a look at the roads with Hudson Valley traffic.
Good afternoon. If you have a stalled vehicle on 95 southbound side, you've got the jam up to the area just before 287. Right lane is closed with this stalled truck. You're backed up to exit 3 in Greenwich, Connecticut. 9W southbound by Leslie Road, that's in Newburgh. An accident, one lane is closed. There's a 3-minute backup through that area. This report is sponsored by Macy's. Shop fresh fall trends at Macy's Backstage, like leather jackets, leopard print tops, distressed jeans, boots, and more. For a complete head-to-toe look, get low prices every day on fab finds at Macy's Backstage. Off price on trend arriving daily. From the Hudson Valley Traffic Center, I'm John Grameyer.
Weather for tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 55. For Tuesday, patchy fog before 11 a.m., otherwise partly sunny with a high near 74. For Tuesday night, a 20% chance of showers, patchy fog after 2 a.m., otherwise mostly cloudy with a low around 65. Wednesday, a 30% chance of showers, patchy fog before 11 a.m., otherwise mostly cloudy with a high near 78. For Thursday, a 50% chance of showers, otherwise mostly cloudy with a high near 73. And for Friday, rain likely before 8 a.m., then a chance of showers after 8 a.m., otherwise partly sunny with a high near 70 degrees. That's the weather forecast. For WRCR, I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 75.
The following program is furnished by its producer, host, and sponsors.
Welcome back, Clemaniacs. I'm Kevin Thomas, and you're listening to the second hour of Clem in the PM. Here's your host, Pete Clemente.
Welcome back to the Clem in the PM. It is the 4 o'clock hour, and it officially is 4:09 on your clock. Get it set, get it right. We are back. The 20th of September is here. I can't believe the month is almost over. It's crazy how quick these months, weeks, days, it just flies by. They say in the blink of an eye. In the blink of an eye, I lost my hair. And then I got it back. If you see, blondes have more fun. I think I look all right in blonde. Next segment, I'm going to go with something curly. Take me back to my youth when I had really curly, nice hair. My son has beautiful hair. I had stuff just like that. So we are back here. If it's your birthday, we wish you a very, very happy birthday. Health is always, in my world, first and foremost. Anything after that is the gravy. So we wish you a lot of gravy, but a lot of health this next year, wisdom, maybe a lot of fruits for your labor, whatever your labor may be. But it is nice to get, financial, materialistic, all that stuff. But if you don't have your health, what do you got? So happy birthday to you all out there celebrating your birthday. Who do you celebrate it with? Khabib, Nurmagomedov, some people say the best MMA fighter ever, recently retired. His mother passed away, swore to her he wouldn't fight again. Now he's just doing a lot of talking. Maybe he'll come back in. He's 33. And, I don't want to say he's the best I've ever saw, but definitely one of the best, no doubt about it. Let's move down the list of famous people celebrating their birthdays today. I do see a lot of people, YouTube star, Instagram star, YouTube star. I don't know. What is this world coming to? Pop singer Philip Phillips. I know there's a song he sings. I don't know the song, but I have heard that name, Philip Phillips. I don't know what song it is, though, and I'm not going to look it up. Obviously, it's not going to really bother me because I'm not going to give it too much thought, but Philip Phillips, that's a weird name. Like, I think I would divorce my parents when I turned 18 if they named me Peter Peters. Like, if my last name was Peters and they, like if your name was, like, Michaels, like, and they named your first name, like, Michael Michaels. I mean, Philip Phillips. You couldn't think of another name? I mean, does it sound cool, Philip Phillips? I don't know. I think it sounds like, to me, it sounds like you have like Tourette's or something. Like, I don't know. Like you're going to, like everybody around you're going to give Tourette's because they're going to repeat. I don't know. It just doesn't sound right to me. Anyway, it's his birthday. He's 31. Sophia Loren, she's still alive. Holy moly. Bryan Avenue Bob. I could probably find it on my thread with Bryan Avenue Bob. I don't erase my messenger threads, but I erase text messages quickly as soon as I get them. All right, I got Bryan Avenue Bob here. Let me pull back a little bit. He sent me a picture once of Sophia Loren in her early years. Let me tell you something. Now, if you hear something sounding like it collapsed, it's me falling out of my chair because that's what happened the first time I got this. I mean, my dad used to talk about her and this other chick from Italy. What was her name? I can't think of her. Golly, what was her name? Cicciolina and Sophia Loren. Those were the two ladies for him. And he used to talk about Sophia Loren, oh my God, all the time. But I never knew what she looked like, and I never thought of like looking her up. No, Bob, he sent me a lot of silly stuff. I mean, useless stuff. I mean, just a lot of, I don't know, what else did he send me here? I don't know. We'll find another time. But Sophia Loren, 87 years old, an Italian actress who won an Academy Award for Best Actress for her role as Cesara, I don't know how you would pronounce that, in the 1962 film Two Women. Her other notable films include Marriage, Italian Style, A Countess from Hong Kong, Sunflower, and More Than a Miracle. I mean, if this is her now, for 87, she looks great. But, I mean, it must have been a picture when she was in her early 20s, late teens, maybe late 28, early 30s. I don't know when, but she was definitely a knockout in her time. All right, let's get back to this. Happy birthdays, famous birthdays, no birthdays, TikTok star. I'm starting my TikTok soon. Get ready. Starting TikTok soon. Don't you worry. It's going to be mostly right now the dollar a minute interviews, but we're going to go from there. Let's see. George R.R. Martin, a novelist. I don't read a lot. I don't read enough. Listening to Will in the morning with those nice words, those fluid sentences, big words together, it's going to inspire me to read another book. Author of a highly successful A Song of Ice and Fire fantasy series. He is also a writer and producer on the HBO show based on his books, Game of Thrones. All right, so this guy, obviously, he's a big deal. George R.R. Martin, celebrating a birthday today. I don't watch Game of Thrones. I mean, I don't know if that's cool to say or not, because I think a lot of people do. But, Kevin, do you watch Game of Thrones?
I have not.
Not what? Have you?
I don't know if I really have any interest in seeing it, but yeah, I have not.
Yeah, no, me neither. And I feel the same way. And I could say for certain Like there's absolutely there's no question in my mind that I have zero interest. I actually would rather comb this wig out and give it a blow dry, the wig on my head now on YouTube that I'm wearing, than watch Game of Thrones. That's how little I care about it. Just wanted to accentuate the point. See, I call that a will word because like I said, this guy's very smart, got a nice vocabulary. I mean, just you could see what education can do. If you're well read and you're educated, it at least makes you sound smart. I'm not saying Will's not smart. He is intelligent. But I just love to hear him throw those words around because, you want to have a nice vocabulary, kind of, sort of. I mean, I don't really have a big one, but I'm working on it. So National Care for Kids Day, National Fried Rice Day, National Care for Kids Day. Obviously, I mean, what can you say? I mean, this is really what communities are built upon. The children, the communities. I mean, you want communities. Children are a big part of it, and that's what we're celebrating today. It's the foundation for America is our kids. That's why I get so bent when I won't even go there. Fried Rice Day. I love fried rice. National Fried Rice Day. Fried rice is one of my favorite things. I love a good fried rice. I make a good fried rice. No doubt about it. National Pepperoni Pizza Day.
Hey,
I'm a
Pete?
fan. Yes?
Yeah, we got 2 calls for you, and the first one is from Brian, Bodybuilding Brian.
Bodybuilding Brian. Long time. I hear him more on the morning show. Wow. Coming back. A return.
No, not a return. Always listen, Pete. My Facebook, my computer's all messed up, and when I listen, it's most of the time I'm not in the gym late now. So I'm in the car, and I'm afraid to call you on the cell phone. I'm listening. Don't worry, I'm out there all the time. But like I said, I'm in a stationary place today. But I was listening to you with this story with the girl and the guy.
Yeah.
And I thought the exact same thing. When she came up missing, I said to my wife, well, he killed her, I thought the exact same thing. But then I heard the whole story. And my truthful opinion, I mean, let's put 2 and 2 together, and we'll get 4 out of it, right?
Yeah.
I think they both committed suicide. You know why I say that? Okay. They had an argument, right? And it wasn't him that was going to get arrested. It was the girl that was going to get arrested. And he said, no, please don't arrest her. Please don't. So the cop said to them, the only way I won't arrest her is if you 2 separate overnight. Now, I think they did separate. Oh, and another thing, I heard on MSNBC. They said that the problem was she had a mental problem, like something was wrong, mentally.
Yeah, she had OCD. She has OCD.
Okay. Now, what I'm thinking happened.
Wait, Brian. You know I love you, but I got to put some common sense in you right now, man. I got to follow your theory. If she committed suicide, he drove all the way from knowing that she committed suicide. He drove all the way.
He wouldn't have known. He wouldn't have known. Don't forget they were separated. He wouldn't have known. Like just say for instance, say a police officer came and said to me and my wife, okay, you got to separate over the night. Okay, now we both got phones. So if she wants me, she'll call me, right? I don't think he.
So he doesn't call. He doesn't. Wait. So you're saying he doesn't call her parents to say, I'm taking your daughter's truck from Wyoming and driving home without her, but no, I'm gonna come all the way home and not take her car. It's her car, not his. So he gets her car, leaves Wyoming with her there, possibly killed herself or not. He don't know, you're saying, but he's not going to call her parents and say, hey, listen, your daughter's missing. If he has nothing to do with it, and he's not even assuming she's dead, wouldn't he call up and say...
I still say, Pete, another thing, Pete. If you're going to just say, for instance, somebody kills somebody, they're going to take off. They ain't going to leave home walking. He left his car home.
He took the truck.
I could imagine if something like that happened to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just sitting thinking, geez, if me and my wife had an argument and the police came and said, okay, separate. And I said, okay, well, I'll leave for the night. Now, maybe I called her and she didn't answer. And I said, well.
So you take her car and you drive it thousands of miles and you leave her there?
Well, I would go, yes.
Really? You're going to take the car that you guys drove across the United States in, the only car?
If I'm not afraid, if I'm not afraid that if I didn't do anything to her, she didn't come. The only thing I might have done, but then again, you don't know. I might have called her parents and said, look, I'm coming home. I don't know. He may even think she was with, took off, took a taxi and went back home.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see.
There's just so many things that don't add up. I mean, why? He didn't hit her.
All right, listen.
He was not being charged.
We'll continue later. I know that. I know he wasn't charged. We'll continue later. I got another call, and I got to get to updates with Oliver, man, all right? All the love, brother.
It's good talking to you.
You too, man. We'll talk later, man. All the love, my man. I missed you. Go hit a couple bicep curls for me. All right, yes, caller. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Professor CLEM.
Yes.
I have good news and bad news, sir.
I'll take the bad news first.
A couple of weeks ago, you don't want the bad news first. A couple of weeks ago, on the air, you were shopping for a billboard sign, and you tangled with the owner of the billboard sign, and he come up with a $2,000 number that was on a...
Not a billboard. It's actually a location. It's a location. You maybe misinterpreted it. It's a physical location.
Physical location.
Yes.
I apologize. I thought it was a billboard.
There is a location that, like, you could put up something there. Part of that is a thing that you could put up. I would call it a small billboard, but it's part of the spot, which is also a small spot. But does that screw up your story, your phone call?
No, it does not disrupt the story in the very least.
All right, so continue.
My next question to you is, have you driven down Route 17 south past Paramus and towards Lodi and noticed that they have these well-lit electronic billboard signs?
I do. I don't know if that's where I've seen them, but yes, I know exactly what you're talking about because they also have those on flatbeds. There's a flatbed that has that type of billboard that's electronic. So he drives around and different advertisements switch on that. So I was trying to think of some way I could do that on my CLEM van.
Yes. Well, I happen to look this thing up a little bit, do a little research into it.
Right.
They have, they show that you could put this in one of these trailers. You probably need something in the vicinity of 5 feet by 4 inches, or 4 feet rather. There's this company, Gen Optic, G-Mart Display. The phone number is 403-726-9260.
Wait. I'm sorry. Give that to me again. Give that to me again. I'm sorry. The professor, I apologize. What was the number?
The number is 403.
Yep.
726. 9260.
Perfect. And your name? Your name again?
David.
David, I appreciate this call. Thank you.
The other company is Outdoor Billboard Sign, 1-866 989 7446. Okay, here's my thought.
All right, you got to make it quick, only because you've already stampeded into Oliver's territory. He's waiting patiently. We got to get to the updates with Oliver. We got to take a break. So I'll give you another minute, but I do appreciate your call, though. What do you got?
Well, what I have is why buy the sign when there's somebody that will rent it to you, and they'll probably rent you the trailer, or if you want to put it on the roof of your pink car, it comes with a bracket that you can, put it
like a roof rack. I just removed my travel rack. I'm going to put on a big roof rack, and I can have like a big screen so people could see it on both sides of the screen. Advertisements.
Right. Yes, and one final thing, with respect to this matter is you'd want to park it at the Dunkin' Donuts on Route 59 East in Nyack and the Montville rest area.
Dave, you're hired. You're the strategical placer of the CLEM van. Don't worry. When I get it all done, I will put a shout out. It's your job.
I have other things to do.
No way. Listen.
I just thought I was being helpful.
No, you are. No, Dave. No, listen to me. If you listen, I bust chops. You know that, man. I love you for the call, and more so, for taking the time out to look into it, to get the information, to help me, give ideas to help push the show forward. I really, really do thank you, and you are very helpful, my friend. I got to go to break. Updates with Oliver. We're going to do an extended version tonight. Take it to the finish line. So when we get back, we'll have updates with Oliver taking us to the end. Be right back. Yeah.
Looking for a pharmacy with medication delivery? Cure Pharmacy in West Haverstraw and Goshen, New York can deliver your medications free within a 10-mile radius. Cure is also a compounding pharmacy that can tailor medications for you or your pet. They offer medical equipment, healthcare and household items, cards, and gifts. Most importantly, at Cure Pharmacy, you're getting a caring neighborhood pharmacist who is committed to working with you for your health-related needs. Keep it local. Cure Pharmacy in West Haverstraw and Goshen are here for you.
Did you know that the Historical Society of Rockland County has a history show right here on WRCR? Hi, I'm Claire Sheridan from the Historical Society of Rockland County. Join me every third Monday, right after the Steve and Jeff Morning Show, when we'll explore and learn about the rich history of Rockland County, with different topics and guest speakers every month. I hope you will tune in. That's the third Monday of every month at 9:30 a.m. Sponsored by the Historical Society of Rockland County. Visit our website at rocklandhistory.org to learn more about our events and programs. That's rocklandhistory.org, or call us at 845-634-9629.
That message you just heard, that could have been yours. Take the first step now. Click on WRCR.com now to make it happen.
Hey, sports fans. My name is Oliver, and I'll be talking sports with Pete on the Pete Club Mental Show every Monday at 4:20. Catch you there. Sponsored by Clarkstown Supervisor George Homan.
Now let's take a look at the roads with Hudson Valley traffic.
Good afternoon. Do have a stalled vehicle on 95 southbound side. You've got the jam up to the area just before 287. Right lane is closed with this stalled truck. You're backed up to exit 3 in Greenwich, Connecticut. 9W southbound by Leslie Road. That's in Newburgh. An accident. One lane is closed. There's a 3-minute backup through that area. This report is sponsored by Macy's. Shop fresh fall trends at Macy's Backstage, like leather jackets, leopard print tops, distressed jeans, boots, and more. For a complete head-to-toe look, get low prices every day on fab finds at Macy's Backstage. Off price on trend arriving daily. From the Hudson Valley Traffic Center, I'm John Grameyer.
Weather for tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 55. For Tuesday, patchy fog before 11 a.m., otherwise partly sunny with a high near 74. For Tuesday night, a 20% chance of showers, patchy fog after 2 a.m., otherwise mostly cloudy with a low around 65. Wednesday, a 30% chance of showers, patchy fog before 11 a.m., otherwise mostly cloudy with a high near 78. For Thursday, a 50% chance of showers, otherwise Friday, rain likely before 8 a.m., then a chance of showers after 8 a.m., otherwise partly sunny with a high near 70 degrees. That's the weather forecast. For WRCR, I'm Kevin Thomas.
Up-to-the-minute weather information is always available on the WRCR website. Day or night, when you want the weather, check our website at WRCR.com.
And the current temperature is 75.
Hey, Pete.
Oh my God. I can't even believe it. The mute is going to get me right before the show. Holy moly. We're back. What I was saying is we're a little late to the segment, my favorite segment, Updates with Oliver. Dave, I had to take that call. It was a great call. I really appreciate you. I'm going to put the phone call out to the optics place, see what it's about, the billboard place. I really do appreciate when Clemaniacs listening take the time out to, help the show grow. That's what it's going to take. It's going to be a group effort. All right, so, Oliver, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, brother. How you doing?
Oh, it's a fantastic day. It's a beautiful Monday. Sorry, we're late to the dance, but at least we're dancing. Let's start with baseball. Both of our teams, my team is done. Your team is hanging by a thread. What are your deepest feelings, your gut feeling? Do you think that we'll see the Yankees in playoff baseball?
My gut feeling is that we're not going to make the playoffs, and it breaks my heart because, as you know, I'm the biggest Yankee fan there is, but reality is setting in because this team is really inconsistent. They look good in one game, the next game they get blown out. So this team, when it's not the pitching, it's the hitting. When it's not the hitting, it's the pitching. So, it's very up and down. It's a roller coaster season for us.
No doubt about it. As for the Mets as well, we looked like we were going to coast for the whole season, riding first place, and the bottom just dropped out. Forget about the roller coaster. We just became deflated. I didn't have intro music ready, but Dave has now made on the green screen, when we do Updates with Oliver, I'm broadcasting, if you see, the throne. Let me get the throne pulled up here. The throne. Why is the throne not on? Let me put the throne on. I'm broadcasting from the Cowboys Stadium right now. That's what it'll be when we do the Updates with Oliver. So for those of you on YouTube, you see my man Oliver, a big Cowboy fan, me a big Cowboy fan, and that'll segue us into football. Yesterday, I went up to Oliver's, caught some of the Cowboy game, couldn't stay for the whole thing. We would have been so happy because the Cowboys pulled out the victory. We really should be 2-0. In the week of numero uno, the kicker lost it for us. But in week 2, I don't want to say he redeemed himself. Yes. We put one leg back on, and that was enough for him to give us the game-winning boot. No doubt about it. Greg Zuerlein saved the day, but I believe it was really Dak Prescott, the offense, and a relatively decent defense.
Defense, yeah, the defense was hungry yesterday. Not that they weren't week one, which they were, but they looked more comfortable in week two. They knew like the routes they needed to take within the plays, and Marco Parsons looked like a man possessed yesterday. Attacking the quarterback, putting pressure, and LVE did as well. So it was great to see the linebackers putting out that pressure, and we got interceptions too with Dante Casey, I believe his name is, yeah, and so it was great to see, and unlike week one, Dak only threw the ball 27 times. Week one, he threw the ball 58 times. So it was more of a balanced offense.
Yeah, we established the run with not just Zeke, who this year really has trimmed down, and it looks more explosive, at least in training and in videos, yet to see it completely on the field, although he has had a couple of nice short runs, but also Tony Pollard looking good, not just in the backfield, but on kickoffs as well. So we did get more on the ground attack yesterday.
Even CD Lamb had a carry as well.
Well, yeah, you expect that from CD, a little trickery with him always.
Yes, but going back to Pollard, he had 109 yards on 13 carries. It was great to see. It was awesome to see. And I believe that we're going to see that all throughout the season. A little bit of Zeke, a little bit of Pollard, keep them fresh.
No doubt, and keep the defense on their toes because we have so many other offensive weapons. So we should be 2-0.
Exactly.
We should be 2-0. The Eagles 1-1. The Skins 1-1. The only team in our division at the basement, which I think they'll be in the basement for the rest of the year. The dwellers of the cellar, the garbage of the division. The New York Giants 0-2. 5 years now running. They're 0-2. 10 years, the worst record in football. It looks like the bottom's falling out already. I mean, do you agree?
I agree 100%.
Thank you. And it's just not because you're a Cowboy fan. We're obviously educated NFL talk show hosts, me and you, right? So, I mean, now, Kevin might think otherwise, but I'm thinking the Giants are really in trouble. Although Daniel Jones had his best statistical game as a quarterback for the New York G-Strings, he still stinks. And, I mean, the Giants' defense is not what it was last year either.
Yeah, they're giving up way too many big plays, and they also are not catching the ball like on Thursday. The wide receiver wide open, and he misses that catch. And special teams horrible, which I put it on Coach Judge, because if you remember, he was the special teams coach for the Patriots. So I think that falls on him. And Jason Garrett, that's not how he is.
He's a nice guy, but he stinks.
Yes, when it comes to running the offense.
Yeah, he's as vanilla ice cream. I mean, there's no excitement to his playbook whatsoever.
100%.
So, the crosstown team, the New York Jets, their quarterback had a performance of ages. I mean, one to really be ashamed of. But it's he's a rookie, so you expect it. But 4 interceptions, not what you want to see, even though he's learning. Now, the problem is this. Sam Darnold is blossoming. The Carolina Panthers, that's the team he's on, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're 2-0.
I told you that.
Yeah, you called it. No, I know that. I'm just
that.
saying, no. It just makes the Jets organization look even worse than they are. I mean, if it wasn't for the Giants, the Jets would be the dirt of the league, but they have the Giants to thank that they're not. But they really are a disgraceful organization for what they do to quarterbacks. They are the quarterback-killing team of the modern century. I don't know if there's another team that kills quarterbacks more than the Jets do, and I think they're well on their way to killing their new quarterback.
Maybe Jacksonville, I would say.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's right. That's correct. So, but Sam Darnold looking really good out of a green uniform, and it's just the same old story for the New York Jets. Another pathetic loss, especially to the New England Patriots. Bill Belichick has their number. A new regime, same old story.
Yep. And that was Sam Darnold's first game at MetLife, which I think he had nerves to do way too much in his first game. But that's why I think what happened there.
No doubt. So the rest of the league, we'll just cover a couple of the games, which, Tom Brady, I mean, can this guy play until he's 50? 5 touchdowns yesterday. And I think he was going easy, after like the third, fourth quarter. He looked like he was taking a little easy.
He had 5 touchdowns yesterday. He's third all time, having at least 5 touchdowns in a game. When it comes to that, and they did it practically anything that they wanted to do against the Falcons, which is to be expected because it's Brady and Gronk. They have that chemistry with their days with the Patriots, and it's just amazing how Tom Brady gets better with age. He's getting the ball out of his head faster than he did 6 years ago. It's incredible.
It really is. Even though I'm not a fan, I'm a fan of his. I'm not a fan of the Bucks. I'm a fan of Tom Brady's. It's, some people say he's a cheater, he's this, he's that. To play the game he's playing at the level he's playing, it's more than cheating. It's a lot more than that. The guy is a specimen. He's a dedicated person to his diet, to his lifestyle. It's stretching, everything, the whole regimen. All right, so Buffalo avenged their Week 1 loss. They trampled Miami, which was a big win for them.
Yeah, they really came out and took over the game. They did. They had everything working for them. You could tell by the score. They set out Miami, and sorry to see Tagovailoa hurt yesterday, and hopefully he gets better and is able to, come back soon. And I just it's good to see Buffalo back for New York's sake, because we need a good New York team, I always say.
No doubt. We'll even take Buffalo. You're right. So Las Vegas, John Gruden looked like he was going to get run out of town when he dealt Khalil Mack, Amari Cooper, and some others. But now the Raiders starting off with not just 2 wins, not just 2 big wins, but the way they won and decisively, they're looking pretty sharp coming out of the gate.
Yeah, it's not easy. Coming in the week 1 overtime against the Ravens and Lamar Jackson and coming out on top and then to follow that with a win over Pittsburgh was big. And I think the difference this year for the Raiders is Derek Carr, he's healthy, and he's really looking down the field and not making so much mistakes when it comes to throwing the ball. You know?
Absolutely. So, last week, Jameis Winston was the talk of the town, and the Saints fans felt that they had a quarterback to fill in the shoes left behind of the great Drew Brees. Sadly, reality settled in on week 2, and we saw almost the same old Jameis Winston, who was unproductive, unable to move the team up the field, and the Carolina Panthers behind Sam Darnold and the return of Christian McCaffrey, who to me is the X factor of the league right now. The Carolina Panthers just shut down the Saints, and the early hopes of the Saints being a dominant team came to just came blowing up.
I mean, now it looks like the Saints weren't that good in week 1. The Packers just looked that bad, with Aaron Rodgers throwing 2 interceptions last week. And as far as Sam Darnold goes, like I told you, I think he's gonna have a big year because now he has a different system, and he doesn't have to worry about pressures in New York, and he could play free, and that's what I'm seeing from Sam Darnold right now.
No doubt, an exciting game that was close, a nail-biter. You talk about up and down. The Arizona Cardinals, Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota, to me, is just one of those teams that finds a way to lose no matter what, whether it's the playoffs or what. They are now 0-2. The Cardinals, with this come-from-behind victory, are now 2-0. Your thoughts on Kyler Murray and the Cardinals' performance as a team?
Man, Kyler Murray, he had the cannon for an arm, and the kid, he threw 5 touchdowns yesterday. He's only a rookie. Well, sorry about that. Second year or third year, so he's coming down to his own right now, and he's really showing everybody what he could do, and he's really special with that kid right now. And the Cardinals, they got J.J. Watt, which he's the leader. He really, he didn't do too much winning against with Texans.
Yeah.
But, he's a veteran, and he really can teach the defense a few things.
No doubt. Just his presence.
Okay.
Just his presence inspires the younger guys.
Exactly.
So Tennessee going into Seattle, falling behind and big early, 24-9 at half, comes back and outscores Seattle in the Dome 24-6 in the second half, pulling out a victory.
Yeah.
Last second field goal. I mean, that was an exciting game for Tennessee. An OT winning that.
I agree. And Henry, he showed up in the fourth quarter with that touchdown run, and ever since that in the fourth quarter, the offense came rolling back from 15 down in the fourth quarter, and they won 33-30, and you know it was the Seattle Seahawks. They were 52-0 and leading by 2 touchdowns, and yesterday was their first loss.
I know. I heard that stat as well. It was quite shocking. I really couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
And the game last night, you want to talk about shocking. I mean, you're never out of it when you have Patrick Mahomes, but even he wasn't enough to pull it off last night.
Exactly. That game was back and forth. Two great quarterbacks doing their thing, and you know, this is how great Mahomes is. Lamar Jackson and the coach were debating if they were to go for it on fourth down, and the coach said, "Lamar, you want to go for it?" He said, "Yeah, I want to go for it, because if they didn't go for it, there was a 60% chance that Mahomes would have come back and gotten the victory for the Chiefs." So Lamar said, the only one that's touching the football is me, so I'm going for it.
Yeah, I tell you, watching Patrick Mahomes, though, even in a losing game, the stuff he does, the tosses he makes, the look the other ways, I mean, what a player.
Exactly.
And no, as a Cowboy fan, I got to tell you, though, Dak is looking really good, calm. He's since his rookie year, he's had the ability to take us back. Most of the losses where they were in it were the defense's fault. They were unable to hold, and Dak could only do so much. But I really see him operating at another level.
Exactly. He's looking, at all his options when it comes to throwing. He's not making fast decisions. He's really, observing the field and getting that feel that he had, since his rookie season, I would say,
Absolutely. I expect that we'll go a long way as long as Dak is healthy and the offense can stay on the field. The defense doesn't allow them to overwork. But we'll see. All right. So who do you got tonight before we let you go?
Yeah.
Packers. I got the Packers. I think Brett Favre is going to have a big game. I think that I know the Lions' number 1 receiver's out. The number 2 is questionable, and we'll see.
I got the Packers. I got the Packers winning. I think they bounce back and win this game.
I really want the Lions to win because I want to see the Packers buried early. I don't want them in a playoff picture. I don't want to see Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs. I really don't want to see the Packers. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for the Lions to pull it out. But if I had to bet my ear, I'm going to bet on the Packers.
Yeah, because I don't see Aaron Rodgers having back-to-back bad games, and it's very rare to see the Packers lose back-to-back games like that, especially on a Monday night.
Yeah, that's the other thing. On a Monday night, Matt checking in from St. Louis, giving you a 2 thumbs up. Another great update with Oliver. Absolutely, the weekend, the recap of football. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Matt.
Yep, he hears you. He hears you.
Hello, Matt. How are you?
All right, so the new sponsor for Updates with Oliver is Pete's Chimney and More. That's the sponsor. We'll make a clip for a new sponsor for Updates with Oliver, Pete's Chimney and More.
Thank you.
Absolutely, no worries, buddy. How was that Kentucky Fried Chicken?
It was great. Thank you. I enjoyed it. I still got some more.
You still got another 47 pieces.
After I get out of here, I'm gonna eat more.
Good, man. Good. All right, listen, my man. I'll obviously talk to you during the week. We'll see you next Monday, 4:20. Oliver Hilario, Updates with Oliver. All the love, bud.
All right, buddy.
You got
Thank
it,
you.
my friend.
All the love.
Yep. All right, that's our man giving us the updates. It's football season. So for those of you that are football fans, you know where to be for the quick recap. Monday, 4:20. But you'll be here already. Clemville, 3 to 5 every week. All right, we'll take a... Oh, no. What am I saying? We'll take a break. We got a couple minutes left, and then it's time to wrap it up. Is Patty Finn on tonight?
Yes, we do have the good health lawyer coming up after the news, traffic, and weather.
Is she in your studio or is she in her studio?
She's doing it remotely.
All right, Patty's doing it remotely from her studio. Dave's over there now doing his thing over there, expanding her studio experience. So Patty's going to give you the good health lawyer experience right after the Clem and the PM. I do want to thank Oliver once again for a great update, good sports stuff. And maybe by next Monday, we'll talk about the Yankees funeral. I mean, I know he is their biggest fan, but as a jealous Mets fan, I cannot have the Yankees turn it around, get into the playoffs, somehow turn it around, make a run, and like imagine winning the World Series. Absolutely no way. Keep the curse on until it's officially over, which it should be very soon. That series against Baltimore, that's what did him in. I can't believe you go 3-3 with the Orioles. That's the series where you really got to sweep the Orioles, and at the absolute worst, you're going 5-1 against, if not the worst team in baseball, one of them. But they didn't capitalize. They played 500. I don't even think, and this isn't becoming from a bitter Mets fan at all, I don't think the Yankees are worthy of a playoff spot. Texas Rangers going to grab it, and they're going to be my hot pick, surprising everybody, taking it to the World Series. All right, take that to the bank. Actually, don't take that. I don't want to see anybody losing money because of my stupid pick. Rangers, I don't even know who's on the Rangers. All right, boys and girls. I know, I'm going Cardinals. Matt, if it's not Mets, it's Cardinals. The 80 Cardinals, the 86 Cardinals, 85 Cardinals, 87 Cardinals. I was a big fan. I mean, I can name just about everybody on the teams. I love my favorite player ever, Willie McGee, besides maybe Roberto Clemente, which I never knew, but I mean, just a namesake. But Willie McGee, I love Willie McGee, Mike Piazza. Willie McGee's up there, if not the best, the second best. I love Lonnie Smith, Ozzie Smith, the Wizard of Oz. Come on now, Terry Pendleton, Joaquin Andujar, Elise Smith. I mean, it goes on and on. I love the Cardinals. I might even bail on the Mets and go back to the Cardinals. That's a decision to be made between me and my family. My priest, my rabbi, I'll obviously consult with them because it's like having a circumcision. I'm going to cut loose the Mets. If I'm going to cut them loose, that's it. I got to redo my game room to Cardinals, but I'm thinking about it. I honestly, I ponder that thought. All right, Clemaniacs, till tomorrow, all the love. Adios, Clemigos.